Yeah. It seems like a thing that doesn't live in the world. Just like an idea
Yeah, well,
and
it seems
practical purpose.
like empty virtue signals where you have a bunch of like of the woke talking points or whatever, and you just throw them out there to signal to people that you're on the right side, without
Right.
any sort of understanding of what the thing is, and yet using those on the basis to criticize and attack other people, is very very ironic to me. It's it's like the same thing that happened with Kidology. I don't know if you remember that, but
I
Kidology
don't totally remember.
Kidology put out
Um,
this video called like "The Left Needs to Do Better," in which I think she gave like basically like an empty-handed or hand waving or whatever of what's it, the Harry Potter transphobe woman, what's her name?
J.K.
J.K.
Rowling.
Rowling.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling, and FD Signifier and a bunch of other things, but FD Signifier, um, and Soul Bunny and some other people within the like his little space, reacted to it and had some very negative things to say about it, obviously. And a bunch of his community members went and mass reported every single one of the videos until the entire YouTube was demonetized. And then Kidology was really upset about it. They had a one-on-one conversation, and they talked for maybe about 2 hours. And Kidology was just like very much like, trying to be very non-confrontational.
Transfemci redeemed reward. Suggest a command.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Go ahead.
And was just like just trying avoiding confrontation at all costs. And what ended up happening is that like he was basically FD Signifier was basically just like patronizing her, talking down to her the whole time about like yes, I'm sorry that your channel got like mass reported and you lost all your money, but like you should know that this kind of thing is likely to happen if you say a bunch of things that are like like transphobic or whatever. And then she said, well, what is it that I said that was actually transphobic? And he's like, well, you tell me, like, what was it that you said in the video? Then she said, well, I said that I think that the authority about what should happen with trans people should be between trans people and their doctors or whatever, and that the doctors should be the authority because I don't know enough to comment on it or whatever. And then he sort of implied that like, see, like that is not that's not trusting trans people or some shit like that. So she asked him, well, what is the correct take? And then he says, funnily enough, that's not up for me to decide.
Yeah.
And it's shit like that where it's like, as long as
I
you
remember that.
yeah, present yourself as being a part of.
Right.
And it's never really about like what is actually true or trying to do the right thing or anything like that. Exactly why he starts out the video by criticizing people who will criticize people based on their associations with other people, and then later on in your conversation with him, immediately does the same exact thing to Shark, because it's not about that. It's about whether or not you're on the right side. That's all it ever is.
Yeah. Yep. It's the click thing. The Mean Girls. I feel bad for Shark and all of that bullshit.
Yeah, me too. Shark just seems like someone who wants to hang out, mind his own business, have his own little private community talking about politics and video games or whatever.
Eddie Peoples was banned recently.
So you do if someone ats you in the title.
Yeah, if they at me, I've had that
before.
No, like Eddie Peoples was banned recently.
I've gotten this. I assume other people do as well, but there's a feature that YouTube has that like if a certain amount of your video has been featured in a video that they have posted, not in a live stream, but in a video that they've posted, if it detects it, then you'll get there should be a section in your studio where it has a list of all the people that have featured your content, and I think you can turn it on and off. But I think he'll do that, and then or search his name or whatever. If there's ever any content about him online whatsoever, he's watched it. He's been in like Yeah, he's stirred up shit in like my comments on YouTube before. Like he's constantly looking at like every single thing that anyone says, and if it's negative, he's always going in and typing paragraphs in the fucking comments.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the first time he noticed, but I've been waiting to talk about this for like a year and a half. So,
oh, I know. I remember when you brought it up to me.
Yes, so I'm glad that I'm just glad when people know things.